Okay, so I have another unboxing here for you guys. Just get into the package here really quick. Okay, so this is going back. This is not the right airline for CO2. It was listed on the Amazon for CO2. I found out it's not. There's 50 feet here, but anyways, it's going back. It's not the right quality. Okay, what else do we have? Here is the little testers for the CO2. Find out if it's just the right balance in the tank. Make sure there's nothing broken. All good. Okay. Here you can see little droplet, well, the solution for the CO2. CO2's test solution. Set it aside. And we'll get to this in a second. Here is the bubble counter. Look at that in a minute. Let's get this big box out of the way. Okay. Now this is the regulator. Now I don't see too many unboxings. That's nice. Two unboxings of this regulator, so let's just get into it. Safety instructions. On the side you get the wrench to put it on. As you can see, there is the regulator. I think it was called Fzone or something like that. Hang on a second and I'll get my tablet. Okay, so the regulator, Fzone Aquarium CO2 Regulator. It's a mini dial gauge display with bubble counter and check valve with 110 volts solenoid. Fits standard US tanks. Easy to adjust CO2 levels. And this is the item. So let's just take in, so it's a dual gauge cylinder. Cylinder inner pressure and working pressure indicated. So it's made from a hard aluminum alloy surface. Spraying precise, very nice appearance. Special design for aquarium, planet tanks. High precision tuning, easy to realize one bubble per 3 seconds. So this is the item on the Amazon site. They also have the big gauge one, which I did not go with. I didn't think it'd be any sense because the reviews were the same, but the only difference was easier to read the bigger gauges. Well, of course. So they're the same kind of regulator. Not nice to have tools sitting on top of your bubble counter. Hopefully it didn't get cracked. So let's just take this out of the packaging. That was nice, sitting there on top, or it wasn't even screwed on. Good way to lose stuff out of the packaging. So here is the regulator. It just screws on your tank. Here's your fine adjusting for your bubble counter. You got your on, and then you got your gauges. It's got plastic over them. The gauges, they say it's hard to read. If I can get this stuff off here. So, I don't know, is that hard for you guys to read? Anyways, they say the gauges are hard to read, but no complaints about the solenoid. Apparently the solenoids work pretty good on these. If you want to buy a new solenoid, you just unscrew right here. Like so. It's always good to have an extra solenoid on backup, you guys. That's the solenoid. It just screws on. Be careful, don't cross thread. That's just plastic on the bottom of that. So that's that. Your bubble counter, which I'm going to be removing this and installing, which I'll show you in the next package what I have. So let's just get that out. Set that to the side, and this is the bubble counter. Let's compare it to the other one I have. Okay, just set that to the side. So I bought the bubble counter in this piece extra, just in case this one fails or something. You never know. It's good to have a backup. Yeah. And let's get into this one. Can't get over how expensive these are on eBay. Very light. Very, very light. So there's an extra O-ring on the inside. So let's just screw that down. Let's take a look at the other one here. They're a little different. And a lot of people don't know what to use for hose on these. To give you an idea, some people that's new to this, you want to go with a 4mm inner diameter and a 6mm outer diameter. Now if I can find the end here. Well, I just seen the end piece here. Where'd it go? Of course, can't find it. 1 second. Anyway, I wanted to show you the inner diameter of the hose, and it's not very thick. I just seen the end here. I don't know where it went to. Anyway, this is going back. It's not the right stuff. So the inner diameter is 4mm, but the outer diameter you want to be 6mm or thicker. You don't want CO2 leaking from your hose. This here is an adapter. Let's just open this right up. And there wasn't very good reviews on this adapter, but it was the only one on there that was affordable. Here's the adapter of the package. Nothing else in the box. And looks like it's kind of bent. Is it my eyes, or is it same with you guys? Let's make it straight. That stuff looks bent. If it leaks, oh no, it didn't come with the. Let's just put it on and see. I was hoping it would have came with an extension. May have to order one. But it sits on like that. I kind of would have liked to have it higher to be able to adjust. I just hope it doesn't get in the way of putting it on. May need to order the extender so it goes higher. And you got your bubble counter, set on like that. Like so. The only thing that's going to be a pain in the butt is to adjust the back one. I'm going to have to get one that raises it up higher or something. But you can, really not a big deal. Reach in behind and adjust accordingly. So that's the bubble counter and the adapter of wine. CO2 splitter. Not very good reviews on it. I think it was because maybe that. But if it doesn't leak, I don't care. So we'll soon see. Okay. And you get some extra pieces here. Just screw this on in here. Put it in the packaging so I don't lose them. So what we're going to do is I'll do a review on this regulator. There's really not much to it. I'm curious on how, if anything leaks. I'm kind of curious now about the bubble count, or the splitter itself. CO2 splitter. We're going to see how long that lasts. I don't like how it's bent down, if you guys can see that. But we'll see. I can't unscrew it. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I don't want to unscrew it. Not right now. So I'll hook this up and we'll go from there and see how well it seals and how good it works. So thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate it. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. I still have another package coming, and we'll see how that see what comes in there. So let me go hook this up and take a quick look on the tank. Okay, so there it is. It's all hooked up. I just don't have the diffusers yet, so I can't hook this up yet. Here it is. It's all sitting in the stand. And people say you can't read any of the gauges. Well, I can read them just fine. This unit has a 50 psi working pressure. And it says there's almost 1,000 pounds in the tank. So right now I have it unplugged. Let's plug it in. Really quick. And you hear it click on. So now it's on. I have the gate, the bottle closed, so it's still showing it's almost 50 pounds and the bottle pressure is about 900 pounds. So we can turn the dials on here. So this one here now, where you get the splitter on for your bubble counter, you gotta turn this one on. So we'll turn this one on, just a little bit, not much, and then you can use your bubble counters. You can fine tune these to pretty good wherever you want. I think I'm going to go with an oily substance. I gotta find it. They use an oil for inside the glass counters instead of water. Apparently it's more accurate. I need to get an extender for here to raise this up a little higher. But you can set this, you can fine tune this pretty good. And off. And extra security, you can turn this off. Now I did notice the solenoid does get warm on these. Other than that, I will do another video. I'll do a review on the regulator once I get everything going. It shouldn't be too hard to fine tune my bubbles. One bubble counter is going to be for that aquarium, and then the other one's going to be for the 75 gallon. So the one that's further away is going to be probably the hardest to fine tune, because it's got probably about 13 feet of hose, so that's going to be the most hardest. So once I set it to full working pressure on that one over there, I should never have to touch it, but it's just going to take a little longer for the CO2 to travel through to have it, you know, fine-tuned for that distance. But no leaks, everything seems to be fine. I just have that issue with the splitter. It's up against the gauge, so I had tilted out a little bit so it's not straight up. But I'm going to get an extender if I can find one for here to extend it up higher. Probably a good 2-3 inch extender, probably 3 inch. But right now my tank is off. There's nothing going through. And my timer's right there. Let's just unplug it. Can't use it right now, so this is just a 5-pound tank. I think it's about half full, I'm not sure. But I gotta get a refill. But that's the Fzone Regulator, or whatever the hell it's called. And this being bent, it looked like it's bent, threaded end crooked. It's not really a big deal. I'm going to mention it and see if I can get one sent to me that's not. As you can see, it's not completely straight, but it's not really a big deal. It's not leaking, but I don't want to take that chance. So okay, so once I get this all set up and running for the aquariums, I'll do another update on that, and then I'll use this regulator for about I should be able to fine tune, figure everything out within a week. Then I'll let you know how it's doing, how it's holding up. I know I'm not going to be able to give you an accurate on the just a single dial and gauge for the bubble counter because I'm using a splitter, but I tried this before I put the splitter on, and it was the same thing. It was very easy to dial in. So people out there that's having a hard time to dial these bubble counters in, I don't understand what your issue is. I mean, let's just turn it on. I don't think it'll work because, I mean, look, you should be able to dial these into 1 bubble per second. Pretty simple. I mean, look. It's gonna stop because I got the regular unplugged. So you should be able to dial them in pretty easily and pretty accurate. The only thing is I recommend is don't use water. There's an oil based substance you can put in there. I gotta find out what it is. That's more accurate for bubble counters. If you guys know what it is, you can leave me a comment down in the comments down and let me know. But anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll leave you another review on this regulator, and when it's all hooked up.